Okay, we're gonna go over the Berserker class, or yes, class. It is a DPS class. It does a lot of damage. Can do a lot of damage if you use it correctly. It's a little bit slower in attacking. It does use two great battle axes, or great axes, I guess what they're called, for your weapons. So you're gonna need some of those. And yeah, like I said, it's much slower auto attack. So you see here, this is the animation here. But of course, whenever it's a slow animation, it means it has impactful or higher damage per hit. If duelers attack faster, but their hits are a lot weaker, but they hit more often. So that's the difference between both classes. This is a class tier 2, so you're gonna need 75 tier 2 class tickets in order to unlock this class out of the 3 Paladin and Major Light. So here, let's go over the abilities. As always, as we're going to showcase this class here. So we have Slash, we just showed. The primary attack, the animation is pretty cool, but like I said, it's pretty slow. Very slow animation. You can see how it goes. Damage doesn't matter, it just depends on what level you are, right? So the first ability we have with Aggro Slam. You leap in the air, and it also aggroes them as when you use it. You see how there's that red or orange ring. It basically taunts enemies when you use it. It's like half tank, slightly tankish role, as you want to pull aggro for people and do a lot of damage basically. But there you go, it does a lot of damage. It's AoE as well, so if you want to do AoE damage with the slam, it's only a 5-second cooldown, but obviously the animation goes pretty much as soon as you jump in the air. So it's really about a 3-second cooldown or 4-second cooldown. Not a big cooldown. Not a good spots. A lot of good spots to farm here today. But here we have our next ability with Giga Spin. I can't speak today. This one's a AoE spin. So we press R. We do about 5 or 6 ticks of damage. I think per battle axe as well. So actually, it could do a lot of damage for sure. So yeah, this is all the abilities are very DPS, very simple class to use. Just spin, and you spin to win. You do lots of damage there. It doesn't have a lot of range abilities. The only next ability is Fisher here, which it inflicts burn, but also it hits twice. You'll see it's kind of mid range. Not really. It's a short range ability. So you slam your axis down twice, and then it will deal damage like that. So it is also everything. I'm pretty sure everything is AoE, so you can hit multiple targets with all the abilities that Berserker has to offer. So here we're doing another example of 2 guys. Well, not really 2, I guess. You gotta be lined up to use it. I don't use Berserker that much as a class. It's a very strong class though. You can solo a lot of things with it. You still get that healing though. You just gotta run through everything. But it's really strong. Honestly, the class is really good. I think it's a pretty strong class. Let's see if I can get the frost golems. I'm not sure if somebody's probably there already, but we'll do some more of these. 1, 2, spin. Like I said, all the abilities are just DPS abilities. You'll always deal damage, a lot of damage, for the most part. Just like that, You just use all your abilities and you'll kill all the ads around you. Nothing too special. Surprised I can't. I barely not even a one shot. And that enemy, the raptors there. Interestingly enough. Alright, I think we can kill the golems over here. I think it's free. When you use our ultimate, you know what ultimate is? When you use ultimate, it goes on a percent cooldown or percent, and every time you get a kill, it will recharge your ultimate ability. If not, then it'll just recharge slowly. So here we have our ultimate, which is Rage. It's basically a self buff, and every attack you have will cause fire to all the skills. So I'll try to show everything we have here. It does put a fire like wave or I don't know spread on the floor when you first use it. So here's an example of that. It lasts for 11 seconds. So we have our smash, applies a burn, and everything's dead, and I'm frozen too. We press F, it spawns in these magma bolts from the fissure, and then when you spin, it will spawn another fire spread on the floor. So everything has a very, not very, but a very, what do you call it? A use to the ultimate. It's very diverse. You can use all your abilities when you're using it. I know I got stunned there, so you gotta be careful. Not getting stunned while in it. It is a self buff, so it is pretty useful. But there's a cool, not combo, but there's a way you can use it where not the best way to use it, but to get most of it out, to get most damage out there. I think I'll show you guys the ability string of what you want to use basically in order to get the most damage out there. So just recharge my my ultimate. You see that every time you get a kill, we got a percent up. The other good thing about this ultimate is any self buff ultimate is good to use because when you use it, it goes out on 0% charge. But as soon as you pop it, you will have the 12 seconds of the added buff. If you kill adds in the buff, you're gonna be charging your ultimate as well as using your ultimate at the same time. So it's pretty good. If you don't want to do just boss damage, you can just do clear ads with it as well. Let's see if I don't mess up here. Oh, somebody's just coming here anyways. So here we have our ultimate. Alright, the best way to use it for the most part is to what do you call it? Pop it down, and then let's see. You want to use your F ability first, and you want to spin, then you want to go in the air basically. So here's an example of this. So we pop it, you press F right away. You want to spin. You want to press E, and then you still auto attack. And then what you want to do is press F again, because well, F I think has the better one. If you do it, time it correctly though, you can probably spin again. The spin does apply the fire spread on the bottom, but you want to press. Usually it's F, and then you want to spam E, and then get that damage down, and then you want to do F again because the fissure is pretty strong. That AOE, but if you're able to spin right after fissure, I think you can probably proc the fire again. It'd be tough, but I don't know. The timing is very close. But there's a lot of DPS if you do it on a boss or something like that. You do a lot of damage when you do kill all those guys. So there we go. 15 demon tickets. We already have demon class, but I'll take some extra, I guess, on this character. I don't have it unlocked, but there we go. This is Berserker, just a DPS class. It's very simple to use. All the abilities still deal damage. Nothing's really hiding the fact that all of it does deal damage pretty much. So you just gotta keep playing the game. Pretty much how it works. So there you go. That's it for now. Hopefully that helps. There. Okay.